Yeah, I'm Fink from Ninja Tune Records, and I'm appearing at the Brighton Carousel Singer and Songwriter Festival tonight. Oh, it's so exciting. Beautiful Brighton, it's really sunny, it's really warm, it's really hot, there's chicks everywhere, it's going to be great. The first song that I wrote for this new record was called Pretty Little Thing, and it's a song about picking up, getting a girl's number, because you need the girl's number if you're going to take her out. If you don't get the girl's number, you're never going to take her out, first rule. So, and I went out the night before, and it's kind of something that happened to me, and it's a song about, you know, meeting the girl. Each verse is kind of a different stage of the evening, and then at the end of the night, I get her number, despite what my boys are saying. They're saying, "Do you really want to get her number? She's not really, doesn't look all that to us." And I'm like, "No, she looks really good to me." And I kind of wrote it on as I used to walk to work in the morning, and I was a bit pissed off about going to work, and I'd hum tunes, and I play guitar a lot at home, so it all kind of I get kind of ideas, and this song was a really good idea, an example of the way these work, where I get like guitar things coming over here and like vocals and lyrics happening over here, and occasionally they like meet and get it on randomly when I'm in the kitchen or in the shower or walking to work or driving my car or whatever. Normally when I'm thinking about something else. And yeah, by the Sunday I recorded this song, and by the end of the weekend my career was like completely different, and my record deal was totally different, and everything, and I was a singer-songwriter out of nowhere. Song about a typical kind of I hate my day job song, but it's not like I didn't think it was that typical, because everybody hates the day job, but it's more like you get the day job that you really want because you think it's really, really cool, and it is really cool, and then you look up the scale and you see someone in an office and you really want to be in that office and be that guy, and then 4 years later you are in that office and you are that guy, and it's like wicked, and but you're kind of like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and this isn't as cool as I thought it is, and the kind of motif going throughout the song is the fact that when I was a T-boy, I used to eat all the biscuits for my breakfast, and yet when I was in the office and I was all grown up and everything, I would still be eating biscuits for breakfast because you know, I was too busy to eat breakfast. So I wrote a song about it. It's really good to me. There's a song on my album that I wish I'd written, actually, that I didn't write, called All Cried Out by Alison Moyet. And it's a monster of a song. It's so solid and it's so tight, and it's so economical, but it says absolutely everything it needs to say in 3 short verses and a chorus. It's just brilliant, and I wish I'd written that. Because I play it in my own little style, and everybody seems to really like it, and I can tell that it's a very strong song, even though I'm kind of butchering it. The clubbing scene's still really healthy. It's much healthier abroad than it is in this country, definitely. I played at Icon in Berlin a couple of weeks ago, and it was amazing. It was absolutely brilliant. The clubbing scene is fantastic. I did an acoustic set, and then afterwards, everyone kind of chilled for a bit, and then I DJ'd for 2 hours. It was a really bizarre setup, but then those people came down for the acoustic set and chilled and nice, and girlfriends, and oh, that's really sweet, and then they went, and then another load of people came in, and we had a fucking party. Had a party for 2 hours. One of the great things about the UK and the States right now is the fact that you've got this indie dance crossover thing. So, you know, you've got indie bands, and we've got people who still want to go clubbing, and they meet in the middle, and you get people like Optimo and DFA and LCD and some really great kind of hybrids. Clubbing, in terms of going out clubbing and dancing to house music or dancing to breaks or dancing to trip hop, is something that me personally I'm just a little bit over, but that's only because I've been DJing in that scene for like 8 years, and that's enough to wear you out, man, in that kind of scene. And yeah, I used to think that singer-songwriters were a bit whack and a bit gay and a bit meh and a bit meh, strummy, have a moan. Why don't you go out and get laid and take some drugs? That was my vibe before. And now, I really, after doing these gigs that I've done recently, the vibe is so much more intense than when I used to DJ. It's like what it was like when I DJ'd when I first started DJing, when I'd come off going, God, that was brilliant, I just want to do that again. And now I get the same vibe from singer-songwriting. And I think what it was that made me change from an electronic producer into a singer-songwriter, apart from my life just changing, was the fact that I really wanted to do my music live, and as a DJ you can't really do it live. So, or you can, bands of Royksop and Chemical Brothers, those guys have got it locked down. So I really wanted to touch something and play something and sing something, and for people to be like yay or nay or clap or not, and it was a real challenge. So that's kind of why I moved away from the scene. I mean, the clubbing scene is healthy, it's just not for me anymore. And then as soon as I heard Jose Gonzalez's record, I was like, you know what, singer-songwriters, they're cool. It's cool to be a singer-songwriter. So therefore it was okay for me to go, all right, be a singer-songwriter. It's cool. You're okay. You're allowed to do it. Yeah, I've been influenced by. Well, DJing and producing for sort of 7 or 8 years influenced me in terms of like what sounds I like to go in my head and what other acts I like, and I kind of get influenced more by individual records than by artists in particular. Normally I'm influenced by, you know, acts that have got nothing to do with my sound. So I like Joni Mitchell and John Martin, but I also like Jose Gonzalez a lot. I can't wait to tour with him. I'm going to be on tour with him tomorrow, and I also like Devendra Banhart and the Decemberists and people like that. But I also really like System of a Down, and I like skate rock, and I just get influenced by just like everything, absolutely everything. Individual tracks, Nathan Fake, Jim Noir's song in the Key of C is a great track as well. I'm going to support him in a sec, and you know, I get influenced by all kinds of people. As a guitarist, I've definitely been influenced by John Martin, but that's only because he's got this pick style and I nicked it. So that really influenced me, because it was a style of guitar that was the first time I heard acoustic guitar played, and I thought, well, that's actually quite cool. It's not really kind of like strummy, you know, Billy Bragg. It was like percussion and beats and everything and melody all in one tidy package. So there's one album he did, Solidaire, that really inspired me a lot. And it's got, because it's got a great little palette, it's got like Fender Rhodes, acoustic guitar, double bass, drummer doing little but enough, and yeah, I'd say that Solidaire is probably the record that inspired the sound of the record the most. Man, there's so many songwriters that I really admire. I really admire Stevie Wonder and John Lee Hooker, Dick Gaughan. I really admire Joni Mitchell's linear style, John Martin's linear style, I really like that. Jose writes a fantastic song, I love what he does. Devendra Banhart writes crazy songs. Willie Preston I really like, he's an American guy. There's so many. I listen to so many songs all the time, and it's just I can't even. There's millions of them. And maybe an artist like Paco de Lucia inspired me as an artist, not because I can play that kind of guitar, but because if you're going to bother doing something, you might as well try and do it in an original way, even if it's a style that's well established. So I'm doing kind of pick blues and folk and stuff, a style that's really established, but I'm really trying to make an effort to do it in an original way. So, well, we'll see if that's the case. I don't know.